Let me start out by saying this is the most predictable Game Awards I have ever seen. Anyone who's even listened to Clear Obscure Expedition 33 knew what was taking the year, but I never saw a game that took most of the awards and the Game of the Year award. I'd say absolutely deserved. I don't mean to sound like I'm glazing the game, but let's be honest, I can't think of a game that came close. I could get into what's so damn good about the game, but I'll be talking for more than 30 minutes. I'll just leave that for a Sin video. But Expedition 33 was not the only thing that piqued my interest. We'll get to those later. Other than 5 games max, this event was as bland as rice cakes.
2025 has been an amazing year for video games. Even though I didn't get to send any of them this year, there were so many great games this year that a lot of them could have easily been interchangeable for Game of the Year. Ghost of Yotai, Hades 2, Silent Hill F, Hollow Knight Silksong, Death Stranding 2, Mafia The Old Country, Expedition 33, Split Fiction, and Donkey Kong Bonanza. Yet, in spite of all these games, Expedition 33 basically became the new Baldur's Gate 3. And what I mean by that is that the game stole practically almost every single award, snubbing other games in the process. And I'm not really mad about it either, as Expedition 33 is definitely a great game. I just think it's kind of funny how history seems to repeat itself and how angry people get every time it happens. This year's Game Awards show wasn't bad. It was alright, though I would be lying if I said I had much to say about it. I won't lie, covering the Game Awards for me has always been somewhat of an afterthought. I didn't even think nor even consider covering this year's Game Awards until literally a day before it premiered. Esports.
Oh look, another game where it consists of a grown man protecting and watching over a little girl. Oh wow, I ain't never seen that before.
It's kinda weird how Capcom's Pragmata has a playable demo, yet Resident Evil 9 Requiem does not, despite that game releasing 2 months before Pragmata.
I will break through the wall, I will stand tall. With you here in my heart, I will never fall.
20 minutes into the show and I'm already yawning. Even typing the script had me yawning. I understand not every game is going to be for everyone, but damn, I was yawning for 90% of the show.
Did bro just suck off a werewolf and drink his semen to get a power-up?
And the Game Award goes to The Last of Us Season 2!
You can't be serious. Look, I like Neil Druckmann's work and I don't believe he ruined Naughty Dog in my opinion. I love The Last of Us games and I even enjoyed watching the first season with my mom, but Season 2 was fucking horrible. The whole season felt rushed. It for some reason had less episodes than the first season, meaning they had to cram and rush a lot of Ellie's side of the story into just a few episodes. The way they decided to write Ellie in general compared to the game, as well as many other dumb, bizarre, and questionable story decisions that in some ways messes up and misunderstood parts of The Last of Us Part 2 story. The last time I felt that disappointed by a show was Season 2 of Promised Neverland. Season 2 of The Last of Us was so bad that it made people who didn't even like the second game start loving it and appreciating it, admittedly, myself included. Seeing this win the category started to make me wonder, how did we as the collective society allow this to happen?
If someone was to show evidence that this award was bought, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. I could barely get through the first episode of Season 2. I didn't even watch the rest of the season. This show did so bad in terms of views and somehow you're going to tell me Splinter Cell or Until Dawn lost to that? Hell, even the Minecraft movie did pretty damn good. -1 sin for this outstanding performance.
Okay, let's create a new unspoken rule. Game devs, if your game isn't coming out within the next year or two, don't reveal it yet.
I'm so glad I tuned in for this prestigious Muppet Hour. I almost forgot this was actually a show for game reveals, but please do continue with the Muppet banter while we all sit here waiting for a single frame of gameplay.
Showing us a CGI trailer instead of actual gameplay. Nintendo, I still have not forgiven you guys for trying to normalize games being priced at $80.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Remember when people said this was Albert Wesker or Oswald Spencer even though they're both dead? Yeah, so do I.
Hey, over here. FBI. What are you doing?
You hear that, y'all? That's the sound of millions of Leon fans, both male fans who want to be him and female fans who want to vigorously fuck him, cheering for his return in the mainline Resident Evil game that's not a remake since Resident Evil 6. Now all Capcom needs to do is finally remake Resident Evil Code Veronica and Outbreak. It would especially make sense to remake Outbreak considering the fact that one of the 2 playable characters in this game is Alyssa Ashcroft's daughter. You can't expect newer gen RE fans like myself to care much about Alyssa's death, because we barely know who she is apart from a newspaper that Ethan can read in Resident Evil 7.
You know, showing a game that won't be released for another year and a half literally makes no sense. Take Witcher 4 for example. That game won't be released until 2027 or later. Don't bother showing it if it's not ready or close to release.
Blah blah blah, another ad. Xbox.
On your feet, now!
Did you really just let bro grab your pistol? From the time it took for him to turn his head and reach for your gun, it wasn't even really all that quick.
I gotta say, I have never seen something so damn goofy in my life. Where do I even begin? The cast is pretty much a joke. Andrew Schultz? Really? Second, Chun-Li doesn't even look accurate. These dice are supposed to be much thicker. Maybe it's also unreasonable to look like the game version, but come on, those legs are toothpicks. But I can forgive that given the fact that it's not that serious. The real sin here is that M. Bison cast. This is just disrespectful. I seriously thought this was one of those low budget commercials. No. This is actually a movie. I guess some things are meant to be kept animated. This is going to be a flop.
Fortnite.
You want to see a magic trick?
You know what would shame me beyond belief? If I spent millions of dollars making a game only to be overshadowed by Lego Batman. Not gonna lie, this is the first time I noticed Lego games looking better than most of the games shown here. Oh, the shame.
The Game Award goes to Grand Theft Auto 6.
This category might as well not even exist at this point since we all knew it was just going to be Grand Theft Auto 6, a game I'm convinced at this point will never release. Blah blah blah, nobody cares, skip.
And we wanted this game to be creepy but not too scary so that everyone can play.
A game like this creepy and too scary? Listen, I welcome everyone to try and make the game they were born to make. But when you hold back because there are some softies out there, it's not looking good.
That's where you're wrong. I'm just getting started.
I never thought Tomb Raider was going to look this damn good. I heard about the rumor of the first game being remade, but having another Tomb Raider coming out the next year? Minus one cent.
So we're getting a remake of the very first Tomb Raider game that released all the way back in 1996 in 2026, as well as a new entry that presumably takes place after the Survival Trilogy. This isn't really a sin, but all I've got to say is this. So long as the story isn't ass and the gameplay is at least on par with Rise of the Tomb Raider, you'll get no complaints out of me. That's it. Carry on.
Fighter Invincible Versus. Roll it, Kirky.
What the
Censorship.
Not here yet. We're not rehearsed. He doesn't know the song. What am I going to do?
More senseless Muppet presentation. Skip.
Does anyone even use Google Play? Let's make a video game based off that dog shit anime and even worse manga.
If you're looking for some fun, the time is now. Here we go. Oh yes, the Game Awards will never let you down. Yeah, we'll see.
Still with this segment? Skip.
QuickTime events. Todd Howard. Oh shit, Capcom is finally coming out with a new Mega Man game. The real sin is the fact that the game is also going to release on last gen consoles despite it coming out in 2027. Game devs, can we please stop doing this?
And the game of the year is mon ami Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
I won't lie, it is kind of funny seeing how many people got mad over Expedition 33 winning Game of the Year. A literal repeat of Baldur's Gate 3 from 2 years ago, only this time there's no please wrap it up sign. It's also just the fact that Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a pretty great game overall, in spite of the fact that I'm normally someone who usually hates turn-based games.
Let's be honest here. Who here was surprised about Expedition winning Game of the Year? From the moment I played this game for the first time, I knew it had the best chance of winning. It has been so long since I've seen such a gorgeous game, an amazing story, and so damn addicting at that. I have been left speechless in other Game Awards shows like God of War beating Red Dead Redemption 2, or last year when Astrobot won. I want to say Team Asobi paid Jeff Keighley, but I have to be fair no matter how badly I disagree with Astrobot beating Metaphor, Black Myth, Wukong, and even Final Fantasy Rebirth. But Expedition 33 is one of those games that had me thinking about throwing my PC out the window to have great sleep when I finally beat the boss. It's not a game you'll get bored of easily. Very well done, devs. I hope you guys continue to make greatness like this. I cannot wait.
And we're not the only game that appreciates your patronage. There's another game out there. They also flew from around the world to be here because they appreciate you. So give it up for the whole cast of Mortal Kombat 2!
Yeah! Come on out! Yes!
I'm just kidding. They didn't come. They don't care about you. They only care about money.